Hi, I'm Tim Bielik of the Northeast Ohio Media Group, and I'm joined today by the Lakewood Rangers basketball team. I've got head coach Phil Argento, Wes-Gerhardt, and Logan Swift. Coach, coming in this year, you guys definitely had a tremendous breakout season last year, a 21-win year, winning the West Shore Conference, and you did it with a team that's not necessarily the biggest, but you guys put up a lot of shots, and you're very explosive. Can you describe just, despite not having the size, the ability to be as explosive offensively as you guys were last year?
Well, we'll be a very similar team to last year's team this year. We practice running every day, getting up and down the court, pressing, and playing an up-tempo style. When you can't stand there and beat your guy up because you're physically bigger than he is, you've got to create shots in different ways, and you got to get more possessions through pressing. So that's the style we've been doing since I've been there for the past 6 years.
And right to your left, the guy that set the school record for threes in a game. He had 11 last year. He also had a guy, I believe, who graduated at 9 in a game. I know it's hard to replicate that kind of three-point shooting year to year, but what do you try and do to create those opportunities?
Well, we have a team that does a very good job at attacking the rim. So we have a lot of players who can get to the rim. And with help side defenses, you've got to be able to pull up and kick it. So we're always working on penetration and looking for the open man and kicking the ball. And you get a good stationary look. We've got some fellas that can shoot them.
All right, Wes, coming into your senior season, you're defending conference champions. Do you feel like that adds a little bit of pressure knowing that maybe you guys have a little bit of a target on you, knowing that everybody's coming for you?
Yeah, I think we have a big target on our back coming into this year because last year we lost no conference games. And this year the conference should be harder, but I think we're going to be ready to take on the challenge.
Now, Logan, you're one of the taller guys on this team, a bit smaller, so I imagine you're probably matched up against the bigger, tougher guys on the other team. How do you try and manage those matchups?
I try to get prepared for the positioning I'm going to have to take on. A lot of footwork is included in that. It's mostly about boxing out and a lot of positioning with the rebounds also. It's mostly a lot of positioning and stuff.
And Wes, as a senior, what do you look for, out of your group of upperclassmen as you start your last season?
Our seniors just like good leadership and communicating like what we want to be done because we have to set the role models or the tone for the younger kids that are going to take over next year and the following year.
And Phil, the big story for you guys this year is, this is the last year of the West Shore Conference. You guys are, I believe, removing the SWC next year, right?
Correct.
So the last year of the West Shore Conference, I'm sure you guys are looking, as everyone is, to be the last West Shore champions. What do you think has to be done to get you guys to that level?
Well, one of the keys for us will be making the extra pass. If we make too many attacks on the rim and are trying to take contested shots versus trying to find the open man and making sure we've got all of our shooters. Another big deficit area for us is how we're rebounding. And if we're getting up and down the court, we're hoping we can string out their larger players away from the basket when the shots are taken, and the little guys are a little quicker. So we're hoping to equalize it a little bit that way.
All right, there you have it. The Lakewood Rangers want to thank Phil Argento, Wes-Gerhardt, and Logan Swift for joining us here. And make sure you stay tuned to cleveland.com for all of your boys basketball coverage.